Hello everyone, my name is Erin and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect pot of tea. Most people probably think that they know how to make a pot of tea. Seems pretty straightforward, but for some of you, maybe you've made a pot and you just feel like it could have more flavor and be a little bit better. I thought the same way before I started working at a tea room. I have now been there for 3 years and I want to show you a few of the little tips and tricks that I have learned about how to make a pot of tea. First, I'm going to go over the things that you will need. Second, I'm going to show you the steps in action, and I will also give you a few little information and facts about tea. So, first you will need a teapot. You can use really any size that you like. This is the one that I have chosen. Next, you will need some tea. I like loose leaf tea because you have a little more control than tea bags. You can weigh out your tea however you like. You will also need a scale to weigh your tea. You will need some tea bags, a spoon, something to put your tea bag on, and some hot water in a kettle. And then this is optional, but I think it helps to have a tea cozy. This locks in a lot of the heat and keeps the water warm, and that gets the most flavor out of your tea leaves. So first you're going to scoop your tea. I've already done it to save time. You just scoop the loose leaf tea leaves into the tea bag, and I weighed this to 0.3 ounces. And then next, you're going to look at the steep time on your tea bag. This one steeps for 1.5 minutes. So you're going to take your water, you're going to pour it in your teapot with the tea leaves. And then you can set your timer for the correct time. I usually use it on my phone, so I'm just using the camera timer. Then you're going to put your tea cozy on and just wait. And then while we're waiting for our tea to steep, I will go over a couple of the different types of tea. There are black teas, there are white teas, green teas, herbal teas, oolongs, pouchongs, and pu'ers. The difference in tea leaves is the oxidation level. Black teas are fully oxidized, green teas are unoxidized, white teas are minimally processed and unoxidized. Pu'er teas are an aged and fermented tea, which gives it a little bit more of an earthy flavor. And then a couple of little tips that I would give to make sure you have the perfect pot of tea is to make sure your water is hot enough. Because if it's not hot enough, it won't draw out the most flavor you can get out of those tea leaves. So make sure your water is hot enough. Make sure you've weighed your tea properly. I would recommend just looking up maybe some weights and how you should weigh your tea. And then next, I would encourage you to set the correct steep time. Most teas do have the steep time on it, and it is there for a purpose. So make sure you're setting your correct steep time to get the most flavor out of your tea. So our tea is about steeped. You're going to take something to put your tea bag on. And then you're going to just take your tea bag out, put it on here, and now it should be ready to serve. If you'd like, you can kind of give it a little taste first, and if you feel like it needs more flavor, just put your tea bag in for a few more seconds. It'll give you more flavor. That is how you make a perfect pot of tea. So I've showed you all of the things that you will need. I have showed you the steps to take to make this pot of tea, and I've even given you some of my little tips, which is to make sure your water is hot enough. Make sure you have weighed your tea properly to the correct weight. Again, you can look up some little recommendations. Some tea bags may even tell you, and then set the correct steep time. So I hope you remember this the next time you have a friend over and want to just relax and share a cup of tea together. Bye.